Hello, good morning, everyone. It's a day. It's a morning, and we're all here. Welcome to the Sick of This Show, chronically illing out with Nick Perro, my good friends So, Beth Cruz, and Stephanie Wilson. As we welcome everybody in on Substack, on YouTube, on Twitch. Today is Weathering the Weather, and we may all be a bit under the weather today. And so our minds are a little slow. Our show's going to be a little fun. We're going to do it live. As we said before, fuck it, we'll do it live. And so we're going to. Good morning, everyone. Welcome as you come on in. How are you three today? So, how are you? I'll start with you today.
I was like, what?
Your hair looks really nice, by the way. Good morning.
Yeah, I needed some change for Christmas, feeling good, actually, this morning was pretty bad, but I think that it's a win to be here. As I've told you guys, this morning was hard to get up, do things, and now for me, it's a win. I won't get into why it was bad, but so yeah, but yeah, thank you for being here, everyone. So far, the 35 people, 34. Thank you. So go ahead, Beth.
Good morning. I'm doing well. I'm sort of little foggy, a little tired, but keeps me going coming in Monday to see you guys. So it's always a nice start to my Monday, no matter how good or bad it is. So glad to be here.
Good. I'm Steph.
I am super glad to be here, even though I have caught the plague. I don't know which plague, but it's a plague. And so I'm a little bit iffy today, but I think I can manage. So all good. I knew that you all know I was traveling this last weekend, and I knew it was going to be a grind until I got home, and indeed it was. So here we are.
And you always seem to get sick after traveling. Always like something while you're either driving or flying or seeing other people, you always get sick. At least hopefully not everyone always gets sick. I'm really hoping my brother got home and doesn't get sick at all.
Driving is probably a better shot. Like we learned to, I'm sorry, I'm trying to unfull screen. We learned to wipes on.
Hello.
Oh shit!
What happened?
I don't know. I think I'm in a.
You have extra control.
I have extra control, and now what am I doing though?
You were hitting the little screen buttons.
No.
For the show.
No, I see. I'm sorry, everyone.
You're good. It's okay, Steph. We just got a nice close up for Soso today. She just got
to show off her beautiful hair.
Showing off her hair.
See, we are fuck it. We're doing it live.
Winging it. Is that it? Wing? How do you say that? Winging it?
Winging it. Yeah,
you got it.
Just the elbows up thing.
I think elbows up is a little different. You're about to fight.
Well, we are kind of warriors.
We are.
We're chronically illing out or chilling out for everyone who's still coming in, because we're weathering the weather and vacation, and it got cold here, and everybody else seems to have gotten cold too.
Not Boston. I have another day.
You have another day. Okay. I want to see how everyone's doing with the weather change, including everyone in our audience. Like, throw in if you're having some tough weather changes and how it's going for you. Is it got freaking cold here? Like, it was, well, it got down yesterday and the night before, I think, into the 20s. In Fahrenheit, we're in the US, we use Fahrenheit. For those who aren't in the US and who use real measurements that are, well, Fahrenheit's actually a really good measurement system. But for those who use Celsius and non-imperial measuring tools, it got friggin' cold. And we had to send my brother home early on his trip so he could get home safely, so it didn't ice up on him while he was driving. And now we're getting like those little pre-snow, like that hard, almost hail-like snow that just pellets down. Not really
Like
sleet, almost, but it's sticking like snow.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not fluffy and it's not like really crystal. It's more ball of snow. Um, yeah, we don't have 20 to 25 centimeters of snow here. We have like 0.00001 millimeters of snow here.
That's
But
snow.
wait,
Fake
when we
snow.
get to 0.1 millimeter, we might close schools for the next month because we're in the South and they don't know how to drive and it gets cold and they
Neither
don't
does
It's
care.
because
Seattle.
you don't have winter tires. That's why. You need winter
No
tires.
winter tires, no care. Just we're gonna drive off the roads because we think we got our big monster trucks and those dirt tires. Yeah, they don't do very well on ice.
Yeah. We came back from Maine where there was no snow to those little tiny pellets in Massachusetts. But they can't drive here either, like, so we don't close as much. Like, we're supposed to be between 4 and 7 inches tomorrow, or maybe half an inch, or maybe who knows. But it's iffy on whether things close.
Yeah, I just expect we're gonna have school closures because we have a storm warning or winter storm warning, and we're gonna get a quarter of a centimeter of snow, maybe like a millimeter of snow at most, and they're gonna freak out. They always do. But I've
So,
got a big bag
question.
of de-icer in my garage, so I'm gonna use that and keep my driveway safe.
You have the
Do
kind
you
that's good for the doggies.
Oh, the doggies.
Maybe. I
So
won't
there's
bring my dogs out front right now
Oh,
for it. I
okay.
won't use it in spaces that they go.
But there is de-icer that is dog safe for their
Oh,
paws.
I'll look into that. Make sure I get good stuff so that I don't hurt someone's dog.
Sounds good.
Beth,
question for you? Do you feel it in your bones when there's a storm coming, or if the weather changes suddenly, or?
Beth, do you want to take that one?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I do, and I'm feeling it today. It's pretty cold here today. Still seeing some ice on the or something on the roof over there. It's white frosting. But yeah, I feel it in my body, but it just aches in my muscles, and I just try to just dress warm, like put on my little hoodie and just try to keep warm because otherwise I'm kind of miserable. Yeah, I feel it. And I get more tired too. I don't know about anybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for me, 100% plus migraines as a bonus. Well, I always have the migraines, but actually my migraines are worse in the summer. So, and my body always hurts. So I haven't really differentiated whether it hurts more with bad weather or not. But weather changes are a big killer for me in any direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it in my joints a lot, more so than the bones itself. Um, except where I have like some small lesions in one of my femurs or both my femurs, and I feel it in those spots specifically, like anywhere that's a pain point on my body just flares during weather. Yeah, like Steph, you said, like either way, if it gets too cold or if it gets too hot, it's really just the sudden shift to the weather itself. Um, so yeah, I do. So do you.
Sorry, I was checking the chat because I thought the question was interesting. Is the weather the cause of migraines? This is the first year I've had that happen, says Kat Wilson.
So I was typing, but I'll just say it out loud. So a trigger for migraine is the change in barometric pressure and heat. The hotter it gets, the more migraines come out. So yeah. But as the weather changes, as a storm system comes in and the pressure drops, and then the sun comes out and the pressure rises, some people are more triggered by drops or rises. Some people are triggered by both. And there's really, I've had discussions about this with doctors. So even if you go to a place where the barometric pressure doesn't change every other day, then your body still gets used to it and will find something to hate about it. So it's not like going to Arizona is really gonna do much for you.
Of course. Why would it be a simple solution where your body could just adjust to an environment that doesn't have the changes and be like, yeah, I like this?
No,
the body.
Sorry.
I can't take the heat. I'm really bad. If I get too hot, I get instantly sick to my stomach.
Me too.
I don't. If I get into a hot car in the summer, I have to immediately just keep the door open until the air conditioning comes on. I don't know what it is, but I just can't do it. Sometimes I soak in the tub, and sometimes I'll be fine if it's warm, and other times I'm getting sick and have to get out of the tub. Well, I don't know.
That happens to me too, Beth.
Does it?
Yeah, I can't. We have a hot tub. I can't be in there for too long. Like, I have to, or else I'll start getting dizzy and lightheaded, and yeah, it's super super hot outside. I like barely breathe, and I get nauseated too. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the heat, like the Southern California, not coastal, like really freaking hot heat, and that was fine. And now I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, the two extremes. And now I'm like, when I went back to Michigan, I was like, what is this hellscape you guys have going on here? It's cold.
Yeah, I'm
I
from
find that
Vermont
humidity.
So it's warmer down here, and I'm glad I don't understand. I'll let you get back. Sorry to interrupt you, sis. I'll let you get back. I find it easier to bear in a place where the weather doesn't hurt your face to go outside. Like if there's normally less time of the year when the weather hurts your face to go outside on either side. Like if it's too cold, your face hurts. Like everything freezes. If it's too hot, your face hurts because everything is burning. So if you can find that sweet spot is a good place to be. So
it's 58 degrees. That is my favorite temperature. 58 degrees.
I love the spring and autumn, the fall and spring. It's usually mild, yeah. But I was just about to say that what I find most difficult is because with fibro, it's usually humidity and I think it's lower atmospheric pressure. And also I'm, with the joints too, that's more osteoarthritis. It feels like it's like pulsing,
Oh, we lost So. Oh no. She'll be back.
She'll be back.
We're gonna add her. She's back already.
Uh-oh. I was just saying about the pulsing. It's the connection. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think humidity does have some impact. I'm more used to the humidity at this point because, like, I've lived in humid environments more often than not. Um, so my body, I think, has acclimated to humidity more. I just sweat a lot, so I don't know.
Hmm.
That's I think I have overactive sweat glands because of it, but like who knows? There's other things wrong with me that are more pressing than sweating. So um, like I'll sweat and like I sweat in the cold and it sucks
Hmm.
because then it freezes. Because my
Mhm.
body doesn't regulate its temperature very well, I think is really the problem.
Yeah.
Um, yes, I'm a sweataholic and not in remission. I'm just in abstention right now. I have purposely cooled the room that I'm in to a reasonable temperature, roughly in the 60s. That feels good and doesn't make me sweat, and I can wear a t-shirt and pants in my house. Uh, I know you were trying to be nice, Eric. Um, Eric in the chat saying I'm a sweat.
Like an artist.
Yes, sushi.
Oh yeah.
Menopausal women. Hmm.
Oh, well,
But
unless you
yeah,
Tell
get to
you.
the post and then you're cold all the freaking time.
do you do you any of you guys have like body temperature regulation issues too?
Yes.
Like do you suddenly go from hot to cold or cold to hot?
The
Um,
best is when one piece of you is really cold and the rest of you is really hot.
Hmm.
That's really great
Yes.
because then you have no idea. Like, do I get warmer? Do I get colder? What's going on here?
does it get worse when it's like severe weather changes? Do you notice it more frequently during weather changes? Or like, do you think it's tied to the, because I'm trying to figure out if mine is tied to the weather in any way and like changes, because I get massive changes. Like, I'll, I'll walk into a room that's cold ish and my body will just go like, oh, you're cold now, and just start freezing. Um, and I have to just like disappear into like blankets and hoodies and everything. And then 5 minutes later, I'm just like, boom, I'm sweating my ass off.
The
Going,
burning.
okay, I'm back to normal. But I don't know if it's associated with weather changes. So I wanted to see if any of the three of you had similar, or in the audience too, like any of our 130 people who are here, plus everybody who keeps joining in with us. Um, how does it impact you guys? Or do you have that impact? And is it weather related, or do you think it's just more normal?
I'll go ahead, Beth, because
No,
I knew right
go
away.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, um, one thing, and I don't know if it's related to being more susceptible to fibro or not, but when I was a young kid, I was very sensitive to temperature changes. Like it's like I had hypersensibilities. So I would always be the one who complained, like, oh, it's really cold. Oh, it's really warm, like all the time. So it's as if, and like, being, let's say there were bugs, I would like get bitten and I wouldn't tolerate it. So I don't know if that is because maybe that the nervous system was already like overactive. So right now it's just the same. I feel for me it hasn't changed, but of course when the weather, when I'm under the weather, I definitely even it's more what's the word, exacerbated. By the way,
Exacerbated.
Exacerbated.
I speak French, which is why sometimes I'm looking for my words in English. So,
We
so what's
got
the
you.
Speak
word?
English and we can't find words either.
Yeah, yeah, exacerbated.
Thank you, Nick. You
You're
saved
welcome.
me. Beth. Sorry.
I'm
I
here for
don't even
you.
know what the question is now. um, yeah,
The weather.
uh, yeah.
The
I think in
weather
my
and
house,
sudden changes in body temperature.
yeah, for sure. My husband goes around, like a yeti. He's all bundled up, and I'm walking around, with like shorts, lay around me, going, "Yes, why are you so hot?" Oh my god, yeah. And
I
so
think
it even affects me in the house. Um, and I can just tell I'm just so the trigger points for sure. But again, it's the fatigue I think that hits me the most when the weather changes. It just makes me tired.
I think fatigue can be like sometimes worse than pain. If like, I don't know, I had chronic fatigue and I for a long time, and I felt like there was nothing I could do without just
It's brutal.
completely. Yeah.
The fatigue is brutal. It's nothing like I ever thought I would experience. When somebody says, "Oh, I'm just so tired, I'm fatigued," you know, what is that? But it's like this can be this crippling, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like you're weighted down, and just don't want to get up. It's really awful. But yeah,
Beth, I remember you telling, because we were exchanging messages, and I actually used your example to someone to explain when I have like a fibro flare, it feels like the weight is on me and I just can't, like it's almost as if you got a block of cement that's like just, and I had a big flare this Saturday, and I think I slept like 14 hours and maybe 24 hours, and then it's like you try to get up, but you can't because it's just like this, So what you're describing, the weight, you really kind of like feel it. It's physical.
Yeah. If you put on like one of those 25-pound weighted blankets, maybe 50, just don't. Yeah. Yep. It's hard.
Yeah, I'm over here moving around a little bit. I decided to give out, and I can't sit down when I'm podcasting because it hurts more to sit. Because it pinches at a weird, like whatever nerve that is impacted right now for me at least on the top of my leg. It feels like the second I sit down, it's just like, oh, we're gonna fire off, and everything starts going numb in my left leg. So I stand up a lot. But my back hurts right now. So if you see me wandering around and doing weird things, I'm going to keep myself moving, like Kat says in the audience, is keep myself moving, which is one of the reasons I stand up so much for the shows, is so that I can move around a little bit. But yeah, my back hurts now.
I have sleep apnea, and I noticed like I think I'm like getting an allergy to that now. It attacked my face last night. I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, now what am I going to be allergic to the latex in my sleep apnea mask? I mean, just put that on the list and at the bottom things.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I think there's some post holiday malaise if you were at home, although So doesn't have to worry about this, so maybe it's not. But like, I think if you have a big energetic push for something, like when you get to the end of it, but you just moved. So like when you get to the end of it, your body like just kind of falls apart until you get enough rest to pull it back together. In fact, so I'm moving next year. All of my nightmares include packing.
Oh,
I've moved.
I'll support you. I'll give you tricks. Or I'll try.
If you can afford it, have somebody else move your stuff.
Yes,
if you
absolutely.
can afford it, do that. Like I've learned from all the moves that we've done is get somebody to help you. If you can, pay for it and make sure they do it, and just stand there and watch them and just be like, hey, you move these boxes.
Well, I don't know how we're going to be financially by the time we do this, but I want someone to pack for me. Like I mean, I'll do some of it, but I really would love to
bougie.
Can you pack it and move it?
That's some robber baron moving right there. Like,
I know. Although it's also like I have a friend who's in the foreign service, and so when they move, when they get, go to new posts, like government packs them up. Like they don't have to do anything. And I mean, they have to move all the time, but yeah, I want that. Not to move. Like they're in Saudi Arabia right now, not where I would really like to be, but never do art yourself. My in-laws had someone come and hang up all their art, and they have so freaking much art, and it's gorgeous. I like we've been here 18 years and we still have blank walls. So
Okay.
I'm seeing some. I'm going to shift us just a little bit. I'm seeing some really good conversation going in our Substack chat about like fibro itself and what it means, how some people are lumped into the diagnosis of fibro, what it means, and some of the other things. I think it's a great conversation going on. That there are some differences in opinion on this, and not an argument. But just exchange of ideas in the chat. So I appreciate this.
Let's bring it into the conversation.
Yeah. So one of the things that was said was, and the end of this is, it is a real diagnosis with real pain issues if it's been fully vetted and worked up, which our friend Eric Tusoso says, I'm not saying it's not real, but I see lots of, quote, fibro diagnosis without proper workups. And I think that's true. I mean, it's not really part of our weathering the weather, but I just wanted to bring this in because I think it's a really good point to make, is I think when doctors get exhausted finding options of what it might be, they like to just go, yeah, it's fibro, because it's the easiest lump of hard to diagnose things going on and how things interplay and connect with each other. And so, yes, I think some people are just put into it because it's easier than actually doing diagnostic work, and intensive diagnostic work takes time and takes money.
Money.
And so unless you have a medical option that actually like is available to you, that isn't burdensome financially, it's really hard to diagnose, like truly diagnose, for people who don't have the money to do it.
Well, even because like some people I know who have always thought they have fibro end up with actually having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or osteoarthritis or psoriatic arthritis or maybe MECFS.
Or AS, ankylosing spondylitis, or multiple sclerosis, MS. I don't know how to say that word.
Multiple sclerosis.
Although they can actually test for that.
But yes. I think sometimes they don't test them, and it's just lumped in as, oh, you have fibro, because it's easier than doing some of the other additional diagnostic tests that could point to other diseases, or other conditions. So yeah, but I think, yeah, it also masks other symptoms or other conditions and makes it hard to tell. So
right.
I don't think it's bad if people get diagnosed with it, even if they're not exactly fibro, because then at least they're on a treatment plan that might be able to help somewhat. Yeah, or based on what the insurance company will cover. And that's part of the issue, is we do healthcare, at least in the US, around what the insurance company says and not what the patients and doctors say, because it's not about healthcare, it's about money.
Yeah.
And that's a policy choice that could be easily changed in the US. Like, we don't have to live this way. We could reintroduce the legislation where um, health insurance companies were not for profit as they used to be, and healthcare is not for profit as it used to be. Like, that was the law in the US. And then it changed, and then we made it worse. Like, we can go forward and go to a system that is functional. Like, just saying.
I wish we
Then we
would.
can actually guide people.
Yeah.
The chat is like so interesting. I'm like both listening to you and could I just add that we have a physician with us in the chat, and we have to get in touch with him because I think it would be very interesting to us to have his point of view. If we could make it happen, maybe another week, or I know that last week or was it the week before, we had mentioned that I think he
Oh,
said
are you
yes.
talking about Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to talk about that. We're getting him scheduled, but it may not be for a Monday show if the three of you are willing to do next Thursday with Eric.
Like a week from
at the
Thursday?
same time.
Depending on the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dr.
Yeah,
E.
we'll talk about it offline. But yeah, we are talking about this. Dr. Eric is going to come on with us and
Dr.
come for a
Me.
show. And so we're going to get to have him on. We're also going to bring on our friend Millicent here in a soon-to-be show.
Cool.
There is another friend in our chat, Jack, who is going to come on as well. And anyone else, like, I look forward for other people to introduce themselves and asked to come on. I know we have some friends like Bees Free Verse True Verse in the chat who writes poetry that I'd love to be able to read one of their poems on the show or in a show because I think this is a great place where we're not really talking politics and we can get away from that crap because there are other things that we need to talk about, like weathering the weather and how do we stay visible for each other and ourselves, and how do we help each other.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want in all of this. Is I love the fact that we're getting to meet new friends and make new friends. So thank you for everyone in the chat who is here with us, like who keeps coming back, everyone who returns every week. And I did ask Steph, and I'm going to say it out here because I like being transparent with everybody. I asked Steph this morning, or anyone in our panel here, our group here, is does anyone know how to make a good t-shirt design for Chronically Illing Out? And I kind of wanted to see if anybody in the chat would be interested in stuff like that, in like a t-shirt or coffee or tea mugs, or even a hat or pins or something to chronically ill out with us. And so just putting feelers out there. Smash the heart if you like the idea, or put a yes in the chat, because I'd love to get some of the community's feedback while we're doing it.
So. I have a flash of a cat. Make us healthy again.
Make us healthy again.
I'm getting some ideas, and I just signed up for my own Printify account. So moving forward a little bit. She wants Ellie merch too. Ellie needs
we want Ellie merch. We can do Ellie merch too. We have to talk to Ellie about Ellie merch. Like, we can't just make Ellie merch without Ellie involved.
It'll be a nice surprise, actually.
It'll be a surprise. We'll just show up on Banner and Backbone's website with Ellie's face just maybe like sketched out and just said Ellie kicks ass. Or Ellie for press secretary.
Or badass Ellie, or
She's amazing.
She is amazing. I don't.
She is.
Okay,
Amazing.
so
You all
in
are.
this group, I can say, where the fuck does she get all that energy? Oh my gosh.
We'll have to ask her because I think she has some
To be
chronic
young
illnesses too.
again.
Oh really?
I think
Feels
one of
like-
hers is ADHD. I would consider that a chronic illness at this point. Like I have ADHD,
Mhm.
and it's not a superpower.
It can be.
It can
It
be.
can
Maybe it's her
be.
hyper focus that's
It can be,
allowing
yeah.
her to do this.
It can be if you have a project deadline that you're like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then it comes up to the project deadline and you're like, shit, I've got to get to it today. And then you do. And then you're like 24 hours later, you're like, I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. I haven't drank. I haven't gone to the bathroom. I haven't moved in 24 straight hours. What happened?
Yeah. My kid just put off a paper for a long time, and yesterday he spent all day doing it.
And
There's
to be
a
reversed,
comment in this
yes.
chat. B.
Yes, you can absolutely send t-shirt designs or ideas, and we'll figure something out.
Oh, I love that idea,
People
B.
can get like credited for things and how people can get like I want to make sure artwork is credited to the people who put it out there, and like I'm gonna hopefully get us to maybe a meditation today if Steph is willing to try and do one live while we're going.
I can do that.
Is part of this too is getting like our artwork and our community together because we have hobbies and things. And for me, getting to my hobbies, especially when the weather changes, is really important because that helps me focus on things that are not my body killing me. And so, what are your thoughts on that? Like your guys's? Do you or Steph? Do you go to like a hobby or anything to try and get your mind off of weathering the weather?
Yeah, I some of it is really passive. Like I read fiction constantly, unless I kind of feel like I may have developed some version of ADHD since COVID because my brain has sort of fallen apart and my attention span has gotten very slim. But I read, I watch fantasy or period pieces, and I design. I do graphic design stuff. And actually, to put a pin in another conversation is I'd like at some point to put it out there to all of you guys. For those of us who don't have super big income streams, uh, any brainstorming we might do around how to turn our hobbies into something that makes us money would be awesome, but then not for right now. Yeah, so yesterday I don't think I moved from the couch for more than 5 minutes total, maybe 10.
Maybe.
So yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Cessa?
Well, the thing is, I always, because you were talking about ADHD, I am not ADHD. I don't have ADHD for sure, but I know I'm hyperactive. Used to be when I was younger, like just very focused, able to study for hours. But now with fibro, I find it's really hard to just do physical things. So it's very important for me to get moving. So when I can't, I go hiking. But the thing is, I used to be in the city, so you would have to basically take a drive because the mountain's not necessarily nearby. And now I've moved like about 30 minutes from the city. It's much closer to a national park, and I have small mountains surrounding me. So, for example, yesterday I went for a walk in the snowstorm because I mean I've put up some picture on my Substack just to kind of to show what it was like. But yeah, so hobby would include photography because for me it's a way to kind of capture what I see, and also I love playing those like Dern's Journey game or coloring, you know, but it's not, I don't find that's a hobby. It's more like when I try to just distract my mind because my mind just never stops. Like that's what being hyperactive is about. Like And yeah, what else do I do? I'm like, okay, black fog. No, I'll tell you later. But
What about you, Beth?
I like to paint. I like to read, but I really like to create and write. Writing is it for me. That is my passion. That's what I want to do. And I spent my day yesterday um, going through So-So's pictures and putting them together. So yeah, when the weather's yucky, it's just going internally and then just trying to work on my creative side and trying to just keep productive. And then, there's these. The
You
babies,
know,
the fur babies.
The fur babies
the
are
creative
useful.
thing,
yeah,
yeah,
her baby.
fur babies are very useful. Well, after I had to stop working and before, um, well, there was a 10-year period where I basically had chronic fatigue and all sorts of problems with like separating myself from my profession. And the way I got through it was art. I painted, I made jewelry, I wrote poetry, I did graphic design, like I did all these things, and that was sort of how I got through that period. Um, so I have tons and tons of craft supplies, but haven't done it in a while. So like that's kind of the downside is like you sometimes you get really into it and then you end up with
And
a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
Do you find that
yeah.
you get depressed? I mean, do you find when the weather's just dark and the sky is gray, and do you find that you're affected by for me, fibromyalgia? I just feel like I get depressed sometimes, and that's when I kind of really go to my hobbies. I don't know. So
Well, let's see.
anybody?
You know,
Julie says
a
yes.
lot of people do in the winter, and Nick and So, I'm interested to hear your stuff. For me, I get that in the summer
Okay.
because it's so unpleasant for me.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
would love to hear from So and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Nick.
Um, I've lost a lot of my hobbies for a while because I haven't had space, or I always feel guilty when I go and do them, which really sucks. Is I like to do woodworking and wood turning, and I'm supposed to be
Oh, and
making.
you're really good. We've seen some of
Yeah.
Nick's work. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
He's
We'll
an
do some
artist.
pictures. Well, I'll show off some pictures and stuff.
There is
And I'm
nothing
actually,
Nick cannot do. There is
no, that's
this
not true.
man,
There are
this
definitely
guy.
things I cannot do. Definitely things I cannot.
Okay, Nick cannot birth the baby.
Yes, I
You
cannot.
can't
do
birth
that.
That's fair. That
There
is
you go.
fair.
He can't do
I
that.
do not have that power in me. I can help create one. Well, I used to be able to help create one, but I cannot birth one. Um, uh, I do really enjoy creating though. Like as most people here know, is like I write poetry. I lost my job 6 months ago, 5 months ago, and the first thing I did was I wrote poetry instead of like going crazy or going incredibly depressed or like
Mhm.
driving myself into a hole. Um, is I wrote out my feelings because I went to years of therapy. And I was like, you know what? I should probably use this all to good use. And I went to school for music. And so I have a degree in music theory and composition. So I write music, and there's a lot of musical talent in terms of like writing musically because my grandfather wrote poetry. And so I was like, oh, cool, maybe I should try it. And I found I had a knack for it. But I want to go back to being able to do some woodworking again and building. But also, I like having dogs, like everyone else here, and all our friends in the chat are saying, is like having a pet that wants to go on a walk is a superpower, um, because they keep us moving when we don't want to. Um, that's why I'm glad I'm moving out of the suburbs and into my onto my own property, is because then I'm going to make walking trails and I'm just going to walk around with my dogs and I don't have to worry about them on a leash or running off because I know where they're going to be and they'll come back to me, and then
Right.
I can just go walking when I'm not working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a dog that's the laziest thing you've ever seen. I mean, she's the sweetest girl, but like, let the weather get a teeny bit too cold or the ground be a teeny bit too hot and she won't go anywhere.
we have a very we have a very princey dog. He's very just, I'm a little prince. You must love me, dog. Um, he's a golden retriever, treeing walker coonhound mix. Um, Two purebreds had an accident, and he's the sweetest dog. Very smart, but he demands attention. And he'll sit there with his paws crossed, little golden lion dog. Just, "Hmm, I am me. I am pretty."
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yes, thank you.
Mine goes on her back and goes like this when she wants her belly rubbed. Like, and then you rub her belly and she does it even faster.
Oh,
Well, Eric, it's not a boa; it's a ball python, and they actually, two of the dogs ignore him when I let him out, or if we put him near him. The other one we tend to keep him away from. He knows not to snap at him, but we tend to keep him away because he's a uh, blue healer mix, and healers eat snakes because they're cattle dogs, and part of what they do is they protect from snakes. Um,
Mm.
so he's less trustworthy with the snake, but the other two don't really care. They're like, he's what is this thing? Um, my other dog is a mutt, and he's tall and just lanky, and we say he has about two brain cells, and one of them's in his tail. Um, and that's about it for him. But
sorry.
he's
I'm still waiting for like pictures with like a little hat on your snake and just like little. I can tolerate it then.
well.
Dress
Next
up your
week
snake.
maybe I'll put up. Next week maybe we'll do a slideshow.
Okay.
Okay.
We need a snake. Snake.
I have some snack
We could-
pictures on Substack.
Snack picture.
I'll post
We
some
could
more.
have a poll where everybody that's here who wants to share a picture of their pets. We should just have like, one note where it's like, book.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. A big post of pets.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so. I
I
think
like
that'd
That'd
be
be
great.
fun. I mean,
I
because
like
really it's about, especially with the climate and everything that's going on, I think, when you have chronic illness, it's like to find the ways to make the days better, bring in the joy, bring in the happiness, even if it's just for a
Absolutely.
moment, few minutes, taking that little break there. Yeah.
Thinking about moments of taking a break and happiness, Beth, with an incredible segue, is Stephanie. Do you want to help us take a break for a
Yeah.
moment and do a meditation?
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if I can do this well. Oh no, it shifted all our positions.
I'm like, where am I?
So we don't have to have, it doesn't need music or anything. I can just, oh, thank you. Lovely.
Hold on. We're going to try this. We're going to do this live.
Don't you do
There.
a one of me?
Ooh,
I'm like,
I'm getting dizzy.
Okay. All right.
We're going to move everybody around, make everybody dizzy.
Oh my
Steph,
goodness.
I'm gonna hand
Okay.
it over to you, though.
All right, everybody. Find a comfortable position, whether you're sitting or you're lying down or you're standing, where you can let your bones and your muscles and your joints let go, and relax. And then either close your eyes or not, whatever makes you comfortable. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a longer breath out through your mouth. Another deep breath in and longer breath out. Now imagine you are sitting in the midst of a beautiful abstract painting with colors all around you. Maybe one color, maybe a lot of colors, whichever makes you feel calmer. And imagine those colors coming to life, whether it's like a smoky color, like just drifting, or a shape that works to calm you down. And now take those images of color and pick one that you find the most joyful, the most relaxing, the most loving. And as you sit there, I want you to imagine a hole in the top of your head that is about the size of a quarter. And the color that you've chosen, for me it's blue, goes from outside of you, and like light goes into your head and down to the tip of your toes. Imagine your body completely hollowed out, and the light starts to go all the way through the inside of your head, the inside of your lungs, the inside of your stomach and pelvis and legs, and starts filling you up from the toes. And as you think of that light in your toes, let your toes sink into wherever they're resting. And then think of that light coming through the top of your head and filling up more of you to your ankles. And as that light hits your ankles, have that in your mind's eye and let your ankles soften. And then as more light comes in, put your calves in your mind's eye and let the light soften those calves and your shins. And then have it move up your body, filling you from the toes up through the thighs. Let your thighs soften, your hips open, your pelvis melt into wherever it is. And then think again about that light coming in through the top of your head, filling up your pelvis and your belly, allowing them to soften where they are, not expecting anything from them, not clenching any of your muscles, not sucking in your belly, just filling up with light. And then your lungs and your heart fill with this light of healing, of the universe, of whatever you believe can be healing for you. Into your chest, into your shoulders, where you let them soften and drop. Down into your fingers, where it fills up your fingertips and then moves up your arms, softening the muscles along the way, allowing them to melt wherever they're resting. And then that light finally makes its way up through your chest into your throat. And imagine that light in the inside of your neck and your throat, softening the muscles from the inside. And then as it fills up, that light goes into the inside of your skull, softening your cheek muscles, your mouth, letting your face rest and melt without needing a smile or a frown, having your eyes open or closed, and from the inside of your skull, softening to allow you to fill up entirely with the light that you have brought into your body to give you some rest, relaxation, healing, and peace. And as the inside of your head fills up with this light, this color, your entire body softens and melts into wherever you're sitting or lying. And it fills up your head until there's no more room for any more light. And then the hole in the top of your head closes, and that light infuses your body. And see if you can keep that light inside of your body for as long as possible. And now slowly come back to yourself. Come back to your body. Come back to your consciousness. Open your eyes and rejoin us here. And when you're ready, we can start the conversation or end the conversation with more peace.
Thank you
Wow.
so much, Steph. Wake up, everyone, from your restful nap.
Wakey, wakey.
I see that the chat pretty much stopped during the meditation, which was amazing. Um, and I hope everyone got something out of that. I know I did. I will mark this the meditation point, or try to see if I can in the show afterwards, just so that it's easy to get to for people. Um, so thank you, Steph. That was a really good one.
My pleasure. It's what I use for myself
Good,
when I need it most.
good. And with that, we're hitting the top of the hour, and I want to give my friends. I didn't update your Skype.
That's
Darn
okay.
it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
The only one I
No
didn't do.
worries.
The only one I didn't do. All right. Steph, sell yourself, my friend. How can
All right.
people find you and support your work?
Okay. Well, I host the podcast Freedom Over Fascism, which is Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 1 live most of the time. Oh, look how quickly
Look
you
at
do
that.
and then on Substack, video on audio, and you can read the transcript. I like to talk to experts and people in our community because my goal is to create connection and put context around our moment and help people learn how to take civic action. And I want to explore beyond the politics, as I do with this chronic illness, uh, show, to talk about things that are in our culture that we can really connect with. So if you go to freedomoverfascism.us, that'll go straight to my Substack page. If you can afford it, I'd really appreciate a paid subscription or even just a free subscription, or you can do a one-time coffee, buy me a coffee. That's in my links at the top of my profile. And yeah, I'm glad to see you all here. I'm really glad to talk to you, and I will see you soon. Thank you to Nick for putting this together, and Beth and Soso for being such great supports, and all of you. So freedomoverfascism.us.
I also put your bcognitionlabs.com into the Substack chat.
Oh, awesome. So I also do leadership coaching based in empathy and better humaning. So that is something that I do. And we also do courses for if people want to do that.
Awesome. I'll try and get if you can send me like an icon for it, I'm happy to promote your Cognition Labs here because I think it fits in really well. Better humaning and making ourselves feel better and helping other people feel better. So yeah, subscribe to Stephanie. Everyone should. She's awesome. She's amazing. Please go subscribe, hit that like, hit the subscribe in the top corner because then you'll get all four of us if you're on Substack. And help us all better human. And someone who is doing some amazing better humaning work in pictures, Soso. Can you sell yourself, my friend?
Yes, thank you, Nick. I've realized I've been on Substack for almost, well, it's going to be a year in end of January, so it's going quickly. I have to say, I've been looking for what I wanted to do. I did some writing, and I did some talk about politics and psychology because I do have a master's in psychology, but I'm not a practicing psychologist. And this is something that I don't want to say that I want to put it behind me, but it's part of who I am. But for me, this is more, I mean, Substack is more about a place where I want to connect with people who want to bring positivity into their life. And for me, capturing the world, that's why I have my Substack's now called Soso's World, because it's kind of like my Instagram account where I want to show the beauty of the world, not just the downside. I mean, there's always beauty when you look for it. And I have the pleasure to be invited as a guest this upcoming Wednesday, December 3rd. I will be going live with Brendan Elric. Thank you, Brendan, who is doing a marathon. Like he's online every day for the month of September. So I hope you will join us there and probably be a few surprises about the holidays. So that's it. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, guys.
I'm so glad, Soso, that you're getting invited on and you're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Go support Soso. And I'm so excited for next week for our meditation that's going to be brought to you by Beth Cruz and Soso. And so I'm going to just tease everyone. It's going to be a super amazing meditation, and we'll have the tech figured out ahead of time so that it looks really cool, and everybody just gets to relax and have a great time. So help support Soso and help support Beth. I'm hoping I got it right. It's a long name, so it doesn't fit on the on a single line for some reason, but it's the Possibilitarian
light.
Okay.
Possibilitarian, believing that all things are possible. I still try to believe that, even in the worst moments. I just have to remind myself that I'll get through it. It's possible. And it's important to me to bring light into the darkness. And so in my journey of writing with my trauma, it's just not about trauma. It's about how you get through that to the other side. And so, and I'm really excited to be creating with Soso. I'm really looking forward to this and bringing some great meditations here to Sick of This Shit. And because I am sick of this shit. And thank you so much. Please follow. I'm really excited to be here and to continue doing this and being a part of this wonderful community. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We haven't done very many hearts today.
I know. You two got the hearts.
Got the hearts. Beth, thank you so much. And I think I fixed the spelling on your name because I think there was an extra RIA in there.
I might have sent you the old one.
Yeah, I think your old one might be your banner still on Substack. And that's where I got that from. So I wanted to make sure I got it fixed.
I gotta fix it.
So go support Beth. Go subscribe to her. Go hang out with her. I enjoy getting to see her every Monday and talking with her throughout the week. So everybody, come subscribe to all three of my fantastic friends, and then come subscribe to me. Come join here at Sick of the Shit Publications. I'm doing a 1-day 60% off sale for your first year for Substack's Cyber Monday, I guess. But I'm doing my own cyber discount because why not? So come join, become a part of Sick of the Shit Publications, and help us have more of these discussions, build out more shows where we can bring visibility and empathy and caring and creativity back. That's not focused on politics, but focused on people. And that's what I want to return to, is going back to people focus and our lives and making our lives better and pursuing happiness. So thank you, my friends, for coming to hang out today. Thank you for everybody who is in our chats. It is amazing to have all of you here. It's wonderful to have you. Come on, heart thing. Do the heart thing. It's so nice to have all of you here with us. I appreciate everyone who keeps coming back every week. We chat friends. And this has been an incredible Chronically Illing Out with my friends as we chill out on this Monday morning and get ready for the week, because there's a lot that's probably going to happen this week. There always is. So let's start on a good foot.
Oops.
Face to freeze on, though, is I feel better than I did before our show. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
I do.
Let's keep building this community.
I do too.
So thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Love to everyone in the chat, and love to you guys.
Bye.
Talk to you again next Monday.
See you soon.
See you soon.